Hey everybody. So today we're going to talk about what I would do if I have a 500 credit score. So if I had to start over, if I had to start with a 500 credit score, I'm going to tell y'all exactly what I will personally do to get my credit scores to go up. Okay? So if you guys have a low credit score, don't trip. You guys can always get your credit score to go up. It's just certain things that y'all need to learn. And for me, I didn't learn so much. I didn't see so many credit reports. I didn't help so many people get their credit scores to go up so fast from 300s, 400s, 500s, 600s to get into the 700s. So that's the main goal, is to help y'all get into the 700s. Okay. So this is what I would do. First, I'm going to pull all three of my credit reports. I like something called Identity IQ. With the Identity IQ, I'm going to be able to see all three credit scores, all three credit reports. So I can just confirm exactly the accounts I have on my credit reports. So I can know exactly what I need to do. Okay. So I'm first going to pull all three credit reports. Okay, so I like that. I will also make sure I have Credit Karma because that's free. You can see TransUnion and your Equifax credit score, and you can see what's in your credit report. I will also make sure that I have the Experian app because I'll be able to see my Experian. And I'm going to just be able to see that for free because with a 500 credit score, you need to be obsessed with your credit. You need to be checking this every single day if you ask me. Now, where is my name in my head? This workbook right here, I tell y'all to put y'all credit scores in there every single day. That's probably the workbook that y'all need to get to. My Strongest 75 workbook. Y'all can make sure that y'all get it down below, but that's the workbook I'll be working out of, and I'll be working out of to raise your credit score 100 points in 30 days. All right, so these are the main things. Once I get my credit report, I will be able to start looking for these things. First, I will see, do I got 4 credit cards reporting right now on my credit report that's positive that I want to keep? I don't want to get them deleted. Maybe I've got them maxed out, or maybe the utilization is up there. I'm at 70, 80, maybe the utilization is not the best. I would still count those, but I would not count the ones that's 120 days late and you're not going to pay them and you probably going to try to work to get them deleted. I would not count those, but I will see if I have at least 4 credit cards reporting on my credit reports. That would be like the first thing that I'll be checking. Okay. Do I have them? Because if I don't have them, I will make sure I add them. If I have to get some secure credit cards, I will go ahead and do it. Like if I had to. We had a 500 credit score, trying to get your credit scores to go fast. If you got to get secure, get secure. Do not think, oh, you know what? I'm not going to get no secured. I'm just going to wait because your credit score, it will eventually go up as soon as you get those credit cards, but you're just delaying the process. That's really it. Okay. So I will make sure I have the 4 credit cards. I will also check to see if I have 2 installment accounts. Y'all can have installment accounts with like the Navy Federal Pledge. Y'all can do self, y'all can do kickoff. If y'all already got an auto loan, y'all got student loans, these are installment accounts. I will make sure I have 2 of those reporting. Okay. All 4 of those credit cards, those 2 installment accounts, even if I had to get them today because I got a 500 credit score, I will make sure all of this stuff is on auto pay because going forward, when I get my credit scores in the 700s, I don't want it to go down. I want to make sure I don't have any late payments. So that's exactly what I will be doing. All right. So 4 credit cards, 2 installment accounts. I will also be looking to see, do I have any negative accounts? Now that I got my credit cards, they're going to start reporting. That's going to help me out so much. I'm going to see if I got anything negative, like collections, charge-off, bankruptcies, foreclosures, late payments. I would be working to delete all the negative accounts and then getting the late payments removed from my credit reports if I have them. Now, this is if you have a 500 credit score and you want to get your credit scores to go fast. This is exactly what I will be doing. All right. Everything negative, it got to go. Period. All right. I'll be looking to see if I have anything negative and I'll be removing it. All right. Now, after I start working to remove the accounts from my credit reports, the next thing I'll be focused on is my utilization. I told y'all 4 credit cards, right? Some of y'all like, I got 4 credit cards, Keto, but they maxed out. That's probably where your credit score in the 500s. But that's an easy fix. You got to pay down your credit cards. All right. You got to, the simple as that. You got to pay down your credit cards. Some of y'all also may be able to, like, maybe you got like a high 500, or maybe, yeah, y'all might be able to get like some 0% APR credit cards. If y'all can do 0% APR credit cards, y'all can transfer the balance on some of y'all credit cards that got the horrible utilization. Y'all can do a balance transfer. All right. But other than that, y'all have to pay down those credit cards. All right. Y'all have to pay down that debt. But as soon as y'all pay down y'all credit cards, y'all gonna see our credit scores go up. And good evening to you, Sergeant Brian. Now, y'all have to get y'all utilization to go down so that your credit score can go up. All right, so that's gonna be a huge thing I'll be looking at. If some of y'all are starting off with y'all credit cards, y'all don't have any, keep your utilization at 10% or less. 5% gonna be even better. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. So if y'all already don't have a balance on there, don't put a balance on there. Don't get to the point where you start to have 20% utilization. You're starting to have, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Y'all start off with saying, you know what, I need to have 5% utilization, period. If y'all just put that in y'all head, like when I was teaching my daughter who's 17 right now, when I would have her use my American Express credit card and I started teaching her, I was trying to teach her, hey, listen, you're gonna get in trouble if your utilization go over 10%. Straight lying to her. But guess what? What she don't know won't hurt her. And the point that she thought, oh my gosh, if I go over 10% utilization, I'm gonna mess up your credit card. I'm gonna ruin your credit, mom. I'm sorry. She didn't do it. So y'all do that same thing to yourself and say, okay, I'm not gonna go over 10% utilization. I'm not gonna go over 5% utilization. Hi, good evening. But that's what y'all need to do. Y'all need to get that utilization down. Now, we already said, okay, you gotta get everything deleted. You need to get your utilization in order. You need to make sure you got 4 credit cards, 2 installment accounts. Some of y'all may be looking for additional points too. And y'all can get additional points by removing y'all inquiries. I say y'all should never have like more than 5 inquiries on any given bureau. So look at TransUnion. Do TransUnion got more than 5 inquiries? If you do, remove them. Look at Equifax. Is it more than 5 inquiries? Remove them. Look at Experian. If it's more than 5 inquiries, you need to remove them. Okay, get them down to that 5. You at 10, take 5 of them off. And it's as simple as just calling the credit bureaus and telling them to remove them from your credit reports. That's it. You just call them and say, hey, I don't think these inquiries should be on there. Probably give them 2 or 3. Don't go crazy and give them 5. Don't give them 10. And y'all usually don't go remove them in like 24 to 48 hours. So that's something that y'all can go ahead and do. But again, if my credit score was in the 500s, that's exactly what I would be doing. All right. Again, let me just do a quick recap just in case. And I do have some questions on here. I'm going to start answering these questions. And please keep in mind, too, I have y'all right here. I have y'all right here. I have y'all right here. Right here. It's like a full house of everybody. I'm just everywhere going out. Okay. So I'm going to answer all the questions. I just have to look. And some places don't have as many as the other places. So it should be a lot easier. Maybe y'all ain't going to ask me anything, but I'm going to go over those. But this is the thing, y'all. If your credit score in the 500s, y'all can get it up fast. Y'all should be able to get it up within 6 months, literally to the 700, 6 months or less. Y'all should be able to do this. Y'all need to get everything that's negative on your credit reports off. Okay, collection, charge off, bankruptcy, foreclosure, all that stuff got to get deleted. Y'all need to have 4 credit cards, 2 installment accounts, reporting positively on time. Just put them on auto pay. Those 4 credit cards you have, you need to have your utilization at 10% or less. 5% gonna be even better. Okay. Y'all need to remove those inquiries from your credit reports. All right. If y'all do those main things, trust me, y'all will be good. That's really the main things. Now, inside of like the raise your credit score 100 points in 30 days, I go over like a lot more stuff y'all can do. Like some of y'all should probably look into refinancing y'all car. Y'all paying too much interest on your car. All right. Credit score may be in the 500s, but if you paying $500 on your car, but you could have refinanced and start paying $300, you could have had extra $200. You could have put the extra $200 on your credit cards. So those are like the different things that we like talk about inside like the raise your credit score 100 points in 30 days. Y'all got these collection companies calling y'all, yeah, y'all in the 500s, but y'all trying to get that stuff fixed. They calling y'all now. They trying to put stuff on your credit reports. Y'all need to talk to them to make sure that they're not going to put on your credit reports. So that's something else that we talk about inside of this book here. All right. But those to me, that's like the main things that y'all should be doing to make sure that if you're in the 500s, that's what y'all should be doing to be able to get into the 700s. Let me start answer some of these questions. So is a 500 credit score fixable? It's definitely fixable. Any credit score is fixable. I help people that in the 300s, in the 300s, 400s. I think everything is fixable. Y'all just need to do exactly what y'all need to do to get y'all credit score up. That's it. Like to me, y'all can fix any credit score. Like seriously, y'all can. Y'all just need to do the right things. Period. Y'all just need to do the right things. And the negative accounts that's probably holding y'all back, those collections and charge-offs, y'all can get that stuff deleted. So like that's probably what's bringing your credit score down. Y'all got collections and charge-offs, but it is deleted. It's not bringing your credit score down anymore. All right. So that's why y'all need to just go ahead, remove those accounts, and then your credit score probably can go up just from that alone. But just because your credit score is low, that don't mean you can't get your credit score up, but you need to know why your credit score is low so you don't do that again. Okay. Such as like me, I already know if I get to the point where I got 30% utilization, 50% utilization, I know my credit score finna be low. I know it's not finna be the best, you know? And that's why I'm like, okay, 10% good, but 5% even better. That's just because I know credit. I know, like, okay, if I'm gonna have any struggle, it's probably gonna be that utilization. Other than that, I'm not gonna be dealing with no collection. Like, I'm not. And if I am, I'm suing them. I'm gonna be suing them. But like now that I know credit, it's just certain things I know. Like, okay, all your stuff on auto pay, minimum payment at least coming out, you're gonna go in there and pay the rest. You should never deal with a late payment, you know. Pay all of the credit cards. I shouldn't be having charge offs. You know, these are the different things that I already know. But y'all need to make sure that y'all are knowing these different things so y'all don't just fall into the trap of them just all together. That's the biggest thing. Some of y'all just fall into these traps that y'all just should know about, but maybe they don't teach this in school. I don't know. Maybe they taught y'all this in school, but this is not something I was taught in school. It's something that y'all, once y'all just learn it, y'all should know. As simple as that. All right. What's the very first thing you should do if your credit score dropped to 500 today? Figure out why. Like, figure out why your credit score dropped. I told y'all the main things y'all need to check. That's why, like, I'm not trying to plug my book. I'm being very serious. Like, when I look at people credit reports, I look like the raise your credit score 100 points in 30 days. That's what I'm looking for. I wish I had a copy of it. Oh, I actually do have it right here. Let me just tell y'all, like, you just do a checklist and just go down the list. Like, do I have this as a problem? All right. So first off, I say y'all need to start doing some disputes. Do you got collections and charge-offs on your credit reports? Because that's probably why your credit score low. Just look and see. Okay, do you got that? Okay, you got it. That's probably why your credit score low. That's one reason. All right. Is all your accounts on auto pay? It's not. Just go double check because you may have a late payment you just missed or something from a year ago. You can just remove. These are like the things like I go over. Hey, let's fix it. Put on auto pay. You know all that stuff. I talked about removing inquiries. Do y'all have inquiries? Those are a few points right there. Y'all probably get 5 to 10 points removing y'all inquiries. All right. Debt validation. Y'all need to make sure them collection companies, if y'all do have them calling y'all, texting y'all, emailing y'all, sending y'all letters in the mail, y'all need to make sure that they don't put no collection on your credit report. Because if you think your credit score in the 500 is going to stay there if they keep putting them collections on there. All right. Then we talk about utilization. Pay down y'all credit cards. Okay, well, have you been asking for an increase? Because that can help with your utilization too. If they raise the limit on some of your credit cards, your overall utilization should be better. So I talk about asking for an increase. No, I talked about becoming an authorized user. I didn't kind of talk about that with the 500 credit score because I do want y'all to build your own credit by yourself. Then y'all can think about authorized users. But we talk about becoming an authorized user. Y'all can get added to someone else's credit card as an authorized user. Okay, my daughter just went and we opened up her another bank account because I was like, okay, let's get you another bank account. And she was like, what planning have you been doing with your daughter in terms of like credit? I'm like, girl, I've been added as authorized user years ago. Okay. But as an authorized user, she's 17 now, but when she turned 18, her credit's going to be popping. You hear me? Because I added as an authorized user. Some of y'all can be added to your partner's credit, your mom, dad, cousin, sister. That can also help you all out. Y'all can just buy it. Y'all can just buy it, okay? I talk about using y'all credit cards. Just make sure that y'all using y'all credit cards. Are y'all not using y'all credit cards and your credit score is going down? Like I literally just go over so many different things. So like if you don't know what's wrong, just go in here and do everything. Like, okay, dang, my credit score went up when I did this. That was probably my problem. You'll start seeing like what you need to make sure that you're constantly doing. But you can see I was reading so many different things that y'all can do in there. Okay, some stuff I didn't even talk about when I said what I would do if my credit score was in the 500s. But like, it's literally just going down the checklist. Once y'all know though. Y'all gonna be able to look at y'all credit and be like, dang, it was that collection. It's this, it's that, it's my utilization. And then two, on Credit Karma, y'all have something called See What's Changed. When y'all go there, you probably have like a year worth of history. They'll be able to tell you, hey, your credit score went down 20 points on this day. You click there and see what happened on that day because that's probably your problem. You need to fix whatever happened. If they say, hey, your credit went down 20 points because your balance went up, that's utilization. Your credit score went down 20 points, and then they say you got a new LVNV funding collection on your credit report, you have problems with your collections, but you got to figure out whatever it is and you need to fix it. That's the first thing I would do. I'll get my credit reports and I'll figure out what's wrong so I can start fixing it. Should I immediately start disputing things if my credit score is in the 500s? You should immediately start disputing stuff if your credit score in the threes, four, five, six, seven, eights. I don't care where it's at. You should immediately start disputing things if that stuff should be on there, period. Okay. So if y'all got collections and charge offs and stuff like that, y'all should already be working on those, getting those off of there. They just shouldn't be on there. Okay. Y'all need to work on getting that stuff off. How do I figure out exactly what's causing my what is figure out what exactly causing my 500 credit score? Just going down a list of the different things, just making sure you got your 4 credit cards, 2 installment accounts. And like I said, I go over like the different things inside of this book, like, hey, do this, do that to increase your credit score. Make sure you just have it in check. If I say, oh, you need 4 credit cards, see if you got 4 credit cards. Because you like, oh, I ain't got 4 credit cards, or I ain't got any credit cards. That can be a reason that's causing you to have a 500 credit score. So what's your credit score? I don't do the S-word. Like, I tell y'all exactly what it is, and I come on here and tell y'all like what it is. I give out dispute letters, everything like that for free. So yeah, that's somebody else. That's somebody else. So I'm not going to get all into that. Okay. But I practice what I preach. Okay. Fully. So what matters more when rebuilding, the credit score or what's actually on your credit score? I want what's on your credit reports. So this is different. This is a tricky question in a way. What's gonna matter more? What's on your credit report, your credit score? When y'all buying a house, they gonna care about what's on your credit report, but then your credit score is going to dictate, what interest they're going to charge you. So they're going to say, okay, we don't want you to have more than $2,000 of collections, or you got these charge-offs. We let you have the charge-offs, but we're going to use 5% of that in your debt to income ratio. So in that case, your credit report is going to matter, but your credit score is going to matter too. But y'all got to understand this, because I had this is one of the things that when I was learning about credit, this is one of the things that was like, oh my gosh, I didn't think about that. Y'all, what's on y'all credit report is going to tell you what your credit score is, period. It's going to dictate like whatever's on your credit reports. When you actually look at it and you actually see it and you say, okay, I got all the things I need, you should know, okay, my credit score should be here, because we got so many different credit reports. Yeah, like we have so many different credit reports, so many different credit scores. You got your main credit report with TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. But some of these companies, they get your credit report and then they bring it into their own thing and they have their own algorithm. All right. So, like, say if y'all was to if you buying a house, you're gonna have a different type of FICO than if you was to buy a car. So y'all gotta think about it's different scoring models and things like that. But what's on your credit report is going to be very, very important because it's gonna dictate your credit score. Okay, it's gonna definitely dictate it. Um, what do I need? Why do I need Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion? Because all three of them is gonna basically sell your credit report. You need all three of them. Some people think that they can just get Credit Karma and look at TransUnion, Equifax, but y'all need to see that Experian too. So get the Experian app too. Y'all need to see because depending on who y'all applying with, what credit card y'all applying for, or if y'all applying for a mortgage, they're gonna need all three. But if y'all applying for a certain credit card, they may only pull a TransUnion. What if y'all got the Experian app and y'all think y'all cool, but TransUnion got something over there that you didn't even know about because you're not checking? So that's why y'all need all three of them, because sometimes y'all don't know what bureau they're gonna pull it from. You may go to your local credit union and be like, I want to get a credit card with you, and all you've been looking at is your Experian credit report, but they actually pull Equifax. And then it's some stuff on Equifax you didn't even know about. You wasn't even monitoring it. Okay. So what should I look for when comparing my 3 credit reports? Look for anything negative. And then when you start doing disputes, you should just start looking for errors. Like if you're trying to get something deleted, you need to look for errors. You need to look for things that's different. Like your account number can be different on all 3 credit bureaus. The balance can be different. Your payment history can be different. Some bureaus will say you was late in a certain month. The other bureaus say, no, you wasn't late. You was on time. So look for these different things. Look at the last date activity. See if those are changes. There are inaccuracies there, especially when it comes down to your collections. But that's exactly what you should be looking for. You just want to look for errors. You just want to look for differences. And then when it comes down to credit cards too, y'all just want to make sure all 3 reports, all 3 credit bureaus is reporting that credit card. Because some of y'all, like when I say, oh, I have 4 credit cards, what if your credit card, or what if y'all go with some of these little things that, like, how Kickoff and Self will they want to just report on your credit report. What if y'all go with some of those little off-brand, I'm called off-brand, and then they don't report to that specific bureau, and you thought you was building a report there, and you're not. So you just want to just check to make sure everything is also reporting there. Okay. What if the same account reports differently on all three credit bureaus? If you want to get that account deleted, that can be a good thing, because that would be the reason why you're going to be telling them to delete that account from your credit report. If you don't care to get that account deleted from your credit reports, it is what it is. Let them have errors. Like, y'all, when I look at credit reports, even accounts that you will want to keep, y'all, they have errors. And I'm like, okay, just let them have those errors. The only time I want to like delete an account, a certain account is, or only time I care about an error is if I want to delete the account, because that would be the reason why you want to get it deleted. But yeah, most of our accounts have errors, like literally like 80% of our accounts. When I go through it, I can find an error. That's because I looked at so many different credit reports. All right. I can see that there's something wrong. Like TransUnion have like different dates sometimes in Equifax and Experian, or and vice versa. And you don't care about that. Just y'all continue to report on my credit reports and my credit score go up. But when you want to get that account deleted, then you want to be like, okay, no, you need to delete this from my credit report. It's wrong, you know? And it is what it is. So that's what I do. I look for errors, but only if I want to get that account deleted. Okay. What if I find an account that doesn't belong to me? If it don't belong to you, well, I was saying it's negative. I always think about this when people ask me this. Y'all had a client that was in the process of buying a house, and they had an account on their credit report that did not belong to them, but it was a good account. It was helping them build their credit. Like, who put this on here? Leave it there. Just like let that stay. But if it's a negative account, like, and probably the positive one too, because at any point that could go bad, and then now you want to apply for something, now it's bad, now you got to deal with it. But the thing about it is, y'all, if y'all have an account saying our credit report is most likely like identity theft. So if it's identity theft, if y'all send a letter into the credit bureau with your police report, FTC report, they should remove that account within 5 days of receiving that letter. So it's like, okay, once they receive the letter, that thing should be gone within a week, basically. So, that's what I would do if it was an account was not mine. It's on my credit report. So even if like the positive account I told you about, that thing can stay on there. Let me go ahead and get whatever I need to get. Cause y'all just never know. It's crazy how the stuff work like that. Um, what if most of the negative information on my report is actually accurate? People think that they got accuracies, but that's only because y'all don't know what to look for. Okay, you will think that you have accuracy. Just think about it like this. Some of y'all may, I just realized this with like my car. I think I know certain things about my car, but it's like, oh, did you check the fuses? Hey, you have fuses up under your hood. I thought I just had the fuses up under, my steering wheel. People that actually work on cars, they know more. They're gonna look for more. You thought you knew something until somebody that does this every single day look. Kind of like y'all think, oh, errors on there, but I can look on there, I'll find some errors. Okay. And if y'all really think y'all cannot find no errors, like if I look on Identity IQ, y'all have all three credit reports lined up and y'all look comparing them, like literally looking. Y'all ever played the game where they say, show me the picture that's different, or find the image that's different, or they'll have a squirrel on three of them, and then one squirrel will have a bushier tail than the other ones. That's errors. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so when you look on all three for like one account, you'll see, okay, is the account number exactly the same? Okay, it is. Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone. What about the balance? Oh wait, this balance is off by $1. That's an error. Okay, that's something you want to look at. Or you will go down a little bit. Okay, what was my last date activity? Oh, they got a different year for TransUnion. Okay, that one is wrong. That's an error. When y'all see these little errors, our account's supposed to be 100% accurate, 100% correct, 100% complete, and 100% verifiable too. If we find that it's not 100% accurate, 100% complete, that can be a violation of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, and that is the reason why we're asking them to get the account deleted. But y'all, if y'all feel like y'all do that, Identity IQ, y'all look at all three, and y'all like, I still can't find an error. Pull your annual credit report. Pull your annual credit report, because that's going to be even more detailed. But that's not going to be like lined up like TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, like all three of them. That's not going to be as lined up. But if y'all actually pull it, and I just like to, like, y'all gonna have I don't know, probably like 40 some pages, if not more than that. y'all can just get y'all some scissors and cut out the accounts, because this is what I did before. I cut out the accounts that I wanted to get deleted, and then I just compare all three of them that way. I'll be like, okay, what they say my balance is over here. Let me look over here, because you got to really, really look that way. But y'all gonna find something that's different. Look at that payment history, look at them dates, look at those numbers that they have listed. Like, y'all gonna find something, like, seriously. Okay. If I have late payments, what should I work on first? If y'all have late payments, do some Goodwill letters. And Goodwill letters is when you send a letter to the company and you asking them to delete the account from your credit report. If they refuse to delete the account from your credit reports, or they're just ignoring you, maybe they're not outright just saying no, they're just ignoring you, like, why they ain't say nothing back to me? They just ignoring you. Ask the credit bureaus to remove it. Send that same letter into the credit bureaus, and then I will also call to say, hey, they said they was gonna do. I was under assumption. Maybe I won't say they want to, but I was under assumption that this would have already been deleted. So I already sent the letter in that I sent that to the company. So how long is it gonna take for this to be deleted? Like, I would be calling them, calling. I'm like, what's going on with removing this late payment? But y'all have to do a Goodwill letter basically to remove that late payment from the credit reports. And you're very, very welcome. I hope you enjoy this, y'all. When I always used to tell y'all this, but like, it was one time my credit was shot. I was depressed. Like, only thing I did was, like, when I was cleaning my house and my kids was very, very little, when I was cleaning up the house, I just put the TV on, and I just kept listening to this stuff. Like, it just got into me to the point where it's like, you see how, like, no matter what y'all ask me, like, this is what it is, y'all. Like, I've been through so much, I've seen so much, I've helped so many people. But that's why I do these lives, because I know it's gonna be somebody out there that just feels so stuck, and they're gonna listen to this and they're gonna be like, oh, I didn't think of that. And they gonna just try it, and their credit score may go up 40 points, and now they can get the car that they want. Now that they get the house they want, they can refinance and got that high interest rate card. If that's the case, they may get the credit cards that they need, or maybe they don't have to pay a double deposit when they move into a house, or maybe they don't have to, you know, put their energy bill in somebody else's name, or maybe they don't even need a cosigner when they get a car. I just think about that because I hear it so many times and I see it so many times. But I'd be happy to come on here. And when I don't want to come on here, I don't want to come on here, I think about them, like, dude, somebody at home, just like how you are. You remember when you were on the couch, like, after you got done cleaning, still listening to this for hours? Yeah, somebody is looking for this new video because you did not talk about what their problem specifically, and we need to talk about it. So that's kind of what I do. But I really do like coming on here, and if y'all ever have questions, I'll be happy to answer it, because every time I try to do stuff, y'all, I always have people gatekeeping, like, tell me information. What is it? Like, so I always try to come on here and tell y'all information. Can one late payment seriously hurt an already low credit score? If it was already low, some people be thinking their credit score low. They be like, I got a 620, girl. I seen some 300. Like, what do you mean? Like, this is not low, but it depends how low your credit score is. A late payment can hurt it even more, though. It could. Like, late payments, it definitely can bring your credit score down. And don't forget, when you guys are late on your credit cards, your credit score can go down. But guess what? When a bankruptcy hits your credit report, your credit score get that one time hit and it go down. Collection get one time, right? Not with late payments. 30 days late, 60 days late, 90 days late, 120 days late. Credit score just continuously going down. All right. So y'all just want to be careful when it comes down to those late payments. And I be trying to tell some of my clients too, like, I be asking them, are you really gonna pay on this credit card? Because, like, you said you was gonna pay, and, like, we're at 60 days late. I talked to you at 30. You said you was gonna pay. Like, if you're not gonna pay, y'all, like, if there's inaccuracies, you have a right to get that thing removed. Like, exercise your right, like, seriously, because all it's going to do is continue to drop your credit score. So y'all just have to think about, like, are you really going to pay this account? If not, just delete it. Because I have seen people be late for, like, especially on their mortgage. They want to have a mortgage on their credit so bad, and I be like, dude, this mortgage have to go for me. I'm sorry. They have their, like, mortgage lates where they're going like 30 to 60 days nonstop, like, literally for like 4 years. And I'm like, dude, just delete this, because at least your credit can be good, and figure out what it is that you keep being late on your mortgage, because you probably got a car right now that you don't need. In terms of, you don't need that car note. Try to get that down, son. Like, try to lower your car payment. And if you can lower your car payment, put that extra money towards paying the car off. Continue to pay whatever you're paying, or put that extra money on paying your mortgage. I don't know what it is, but figure it out why you can't go to no late payments on your mortgage, because having it 30 and 60 days late, rotating back and forth for 4 years, is just damaging your credit. Like, you're just going to continuously stay lower. Okay. And when you having late payments, y'all, like once you have a late payment, y'all, a lot of people don't even want to give you a credit card. So at what point are you going to ever be able to get credit? At what point are you going to be able to try to refinance? So you probably need to just get that thing deleted. Um, how do I make sure I don't have any more late payments? Only way you can make sure you don't have any more late payments is by paying that account or deleting the account so it's not reported no more. You know, that's it. If it can't report late, don't nobody know that you was late. It is what it is. You know, that's it. If you're not really late, they can't report you late. So that, or get it deleted so nobody know that you're late. Okay. If all my credit cards are maxed out, where should I, where should I start? And this one is really maxed out. Y'all, what is really maxed out? Because some of y'all think like, okay, this maxed out could be maxed out, right? But some of y'all got $500 credit card and that's it, and that's maxed out. You need to just pay it down. And if you feel like you cannot pay your credit card down, even if it's $5,000 or something, y'all can do so much. Y'all can get y'all a side hustle. Y'all can start a business, like a side business or whatever, and use all of the money from that to pay off y'all debt. All right. Y'all can just get a second job. Y'all can work more hours at your job and take that extra money and pay down y'all credit cards. Okay. But that's what it is. Okay. And I'm going to do something more for debt. I'm be telling y'all about that. I'm working on it all this weekend too. Because this is a big thing. Like, debt is a big thing, and we need to start talking about like debt other than, okay, you get that thing deleted. It's more than just that. Some of y'all need just help just paying it down. So we're gonna talk about that once I get that done. Probably next weekend we'll be able to talk about that more. Should I pay? Wait, hold on, y'all. Y'all definitely don't know me. Okay, if y'all asking this question, should I pay my collection before paying down credit cards? I'm anti paying collections over here, y'all. When it come down to collections, y'all, I will sue them. Okay, I sued two collection companies, two separate lawsuits. First one was in like 2022. The other one was in 2024. All right, I'm not collection play with me, I'm suing them. All right. And look, we said 2022, 2024, 2026. They better not be like 2, 4, 6. They better not play with me this year. Okay. I'm like, what's the date right now? They better not play with me. But I sue collection companies. It is what it is. If collection companies, outside of just me, my lawsuit or whatever, I have also helped other people with like collections. Somebody else I helped with a collection, they end up suing that company. That company sent them a check, deleted from their credit report, and said that they no longer owed them any money. So like, when it comes down to collection, y'all, I'm not thinking about paying them. If anything, sue that collection company, and when you get money from them, whatever check you get, use that to pay down your credit cards. All right. So that's what I would suggest. I'm not going to think about paying a collection company. Like, mm-mm. They don't have the documents. I always think stranger danger, like, where you come from, who are you? And you can't even show me who you are. You can't even show me how I owe this amount. What are we talking about? Like, what are we really talking about? That's kind of like, if I owe, let's say if I owe my mama some money. Think about it. I owe my mama some money. Then my cousin come here. Oh, don't you owe this amount? Who are you asking me about some money I owe my mama? Like, why you think I'm gonna give it to you? Like, who are you? Think about it like that. Only thing is, your cousin. Think about your neighbor. Somebody just moved in down the street. Hey, $300 you owe your mom, you owe me now. Like, hold on, who are you? Like, I don't even know you. Y'all gotta think about it like that. Oh, Kimberly, you purchased the book. Okay, I cannot wait till you actually get them. Let me know if you have any questions. I will be live every single day, so you'll be able to find me. It's the weekend, and I don't want to go live too early with my little ones. I kind of want to go live around this time, but usually I'll be live in the morning. But I will be on here, and leave me you on my main page. So if you have any questions, leave me some comments. Um, During a weekday, I'm gonna make sure I make like comment videos. That's how comment videos. So I'll answer any questions you have. All right. And message me if you have any questions. My assistant handle all my messaging. Okay. What should I check before paying a collection? Okay, so before paying it, please stop this paying it. You're very, very welcome. Thank you so much for purchasing. y'all, let's stop paying this collection is the wrong word. Like, no, let's not pay these collections. Like, y'all need to do something called debt validation. Y'all know in the book, so like I got my 4 book bundle right here. Some of y'all can like see certain things, but like based off the angle. But I got my 4 book bundle right here. It come with a free course, the Raise Your Credit Score, my Strongest 75 workbook. Like these books come with free courses. I have a debt validation letter in there. And that's what you should be asking them for. You should be sending them a debt validation letter. If that account is on your credit report, you should be telling the credit bureaus to remove it first, then do the debt validation next month. If they just reaching out to you saying, hey, we got this new collection from Credit One Bank, LVMV Funding, reaching out to you about this Credit One Bank account. All right, we got this new collection for, $2,000. You need to pay us. Y'all need to send debt validation right away. Y'all got 30 days to send them this letter. All right. Y'all got 30 days to actually send it to them. Send them that debt validation letter. It's a whole bunch of documents y'all need to ask them for. If they cannot provide the documents, stranger danger. Y'all need to learn that. Like stranger danger. I don't know you. Don't talk to me no more. Don't call me. Don't text me. And think about like a restraining order. You know how you want to just like tell people don't call you or text you or anything like that no more. You want to do a restraining order kind of thing. Restraining order to me would be a lawsuit. If y'all keep playing games, y'all don't want to delete it from my credit reports, y'all still calling me, text me, emailing me, send me letters in the mail, I'm going to have to sue you. And really, like if y'all got my 4 book bundle, I have my Sue to Win book in there. Look at the steps in there. If y'all have additional questions, ask me. All right, but stop thinking about paying these collection companies. Ask them for the documents. They're gonna be scared away when you ask them for the documents, or they're not gonna provide it. Either way, you win. They're not gonna provide the right ones. They probably and stop being scared too when a collection company, what they do is they'll send you like your statement. All right, some of y'all not I know I'm gonna say me too. Some of us, let me put me in this. When you messed up on your account, you don't know the last time you paid on it. You don't even know what the balance was. You just know you stopped paying and you ain't look at that account since. So they send you a statement. You don't even know if that's your last statement. They just sending you a statement. You don't even know if the balance is correct, and y'all just thinking that's good enough proof. Yeah, that's not good enough proof. Like they need more than that. How do you even owe this company? Where did this company even come from? They didn't even show you that. You need to know where this company even came from. So it's just so much y'all need to ask them for. If y'all look at the debt validation letter that I have, y'all will be able to see like all of the different things I would be asking for if it was me. Okay. What if I have charge-offs and collections? Put them all on one dispute letter. If you got charge-offs and collection, put it all on one dispute letter and tell the credit bureaus to delete it. All right. And if they don't delete it the next month, tell the credit bureaus, hey, what information did you get that you thought you can keep this on my credit report? And that's basically what you're saying. Y'all know y'all gonna send it from a more professional way. My books actually have the actual letter, but I'm just trying to help y'all understand what's going on. Like, you gonna keep it on my credit report. Where the documents at? What documents are you using? And then also you're gonna ask that company, hey, you verified this with the credit bureau. Send me the documents. And then that's when y'all can ask that collection company for the debt validation. If they continue to want to have it on your credit reports, I will sue them. I'm like, seriously. My very, very first lawsuit, just in case y'all don't know, is when I sued my creditors. I had over $40,000 worth of debt that I didn't have to pay. Then after that, that's when I did a collection company. I had to sue them, like stranger danger. And then another one was collection company and the credit bureaus, stranger danger. All right, but like they need to delete the account. There's errors on them. They need to delete the accounts. They need to go move on. They need to go deal with somebody else that don't know their rights, and they could possibly get some money from them. Okay. But I will put them all on one dispute letter and work on like getting this stuff deleted from the credit reports. Okay. And hi, Larry. I see you there. Good evening. Should I apply for a secure credit card with a 500 credit score? If you can't get any and you don't have 4 credit cards, I would. I remember when I didn't want to apply for any credit cards, like when my credit score was low, I was just like, I'm just going to wait until I can get approved. Y'all took forever for my credit score to go up like how I wanted to. Then I messed up my credit again. I got me some secure credit cards right away. My credit was popping like this. It went up so fast because my credit, like your credit can be starving for somebody to report. Credit is, can you take my money and pay it back? And where the proof at? Ain't nobody say anything about you. I don't know. So when credit cards companies reporting, oh, they do got a credit card, Kita do got a credit card. The utilization is low, she paying on time. That's the proof. That's what's gonna make the credit score go up. So y'all need these companies to report. Should I become an authorized user on someone else's credit card? Only if they're responsible. Only if they're responsible. Some of y'all are becoming an authorized user on people credit card that maybe got like 20% utilization, 30% utilization, and that's not bad, but at the same time, it's not the best either. Some of y'all are becoming an authorized user on someone's credit card just because they just got it and you building credit with them, and then they start being late, and now you're late because whatever's on theirs is now on yours. So y'all have to be very, very careful with this. If they're being responsible, then I will do it. Like I will become an authorized user. Could applying for too many credit cards make rebuilding harder? Only if you can't balance that utilization. Only if you can't balance that your utilization. Okay. Now I know these kids are outside because they letting these fly in. I know these kids are outside. Let me just check real quick. Chunk Chunk, Chunk Chunk. Yeah, he's out. He they need to close that door, but I'm almost done. Yeah, you got that door closed? Where you at? Didn't I say you don't go back in there? Okay, get out of there because I don't want y'all to start fighting. I'm still on my live, but I have to make sure I address y'all. You got the patio door closed because it's a fly in here. All right. You can get it after I'm get done going live. How many hard inquiries should I have when I'm rebuilding? I say 5 or less. 5 or less. And then when y'all say y'all rebuilding, try to have 5 or less, but pre-qualify for credit cards without a hard inquiry. I remember when I first found out about this because at one point y'all had like 70 hard inquiries. And I know that sounds crazy for people that just not having credit, but like before y'all, when you apply for a credit card, you're getting a hard inquiry. Like ain't no let me see if I can get your credit card. Well, none of that let me see stuff. So um y'all, there's credit cards out there like Capital One. They're gonna tell you yes or no on whether or not they can give you the credit card without a hard inquiry. Discover can do the same thing. It's so many credit cards out there that can pre-qualify you without a hard inquiry. All right. So go ahead and see if they can pre-qualify you. Okay. It's so many of them out there. For me right now, too, especially like unless Chase finna tell me directly, you finna get a credit card. Like when I got my Chase credit card, they told me directly, hey, listen, we want to give you this credit card. And I was like, okay, let me see, But other than that, I'm not. If you're not gonna pre-qualify me, I'm not gonna take the chance. But remember, if y'all got inquiries, y'all, all you gotta do is call the credit bureaus and say, hey, I don't think this inquiry should be on my credit report. And usually they'll have it deleted in 24 to 48 hours. I'm love to watch your video. It's good to learn and grow with the credit grade. I have this personal side of things. About always learning. Oh, thank you so much. Well, I love that you love watching them. And it's always I still listen to certain things too. Not really on the credit side though. Listen, y'all, because like not more on the credit side. I don't listen to it like on the credit side, but like I'm learning like stuff with like law. I listen to that so much because there's just so much I still need to learn. But people trying to reinvent the real wheel when it comes down to credit. Um, but hopefully, yeah, hopefully you definitely learn some because after a while you're gonna be like, okay, I know this, I got this, I got this. Let's go to the next subject because that's kind of how I am too. I feel like I've been talking about credit for a long time. I want to talk more about like estate planning and things like that. You know, that's like my biggest thing, or like investing and stuff like that. So, because that's where my passion is at now. What do I do if an inquiry? Oh, what do I do if an inquiry never authorized? Well, I be telling y'all if y'all did authorize it, try to see if you can get it deleted. But if you did not authorize it, you should just be more aggressive. I would be more aggressive. And oh, I don't think this inquiry should be on here. I'd be like, hey, listen, y'all got this Capital One inquiry on my credit report. I did not authorize this. Y'all need to remove this right now from my credit reports. It's making my credit score low. This needs to be removed immediately. Because sometimes too, and I don't think that they like, oh girl, we finna keep this on here, But if you be more aggressive and it's not supposed to be on there, it should be for sure that they gonna remove that thing from your credit reports. Okay. What positive accounts can help people rebuild with a 500 credit score? Any credit card they're gonna report to the credit bureaus and you can keep your utilization low, they should help you, like any of them. Also, installment accounts, y'all can do the Navy Federal Pledge, y'all can do the kickoff, or y'all can do the self. But with the kickoff, y'all beware. Like I only account I suggest with kickoff is that $10 per month one. The installment account's the only one. Other than that, like kickoff, no, like I no. The $10 per month their installment account. If y'all think about doing like that $35 per month thing, y'all to me y'all wasting money. Y'all need to go ahead and put $200 down on a Navy Federal Secure credit card and use that to grow your credit because in like 3 to 6 months, they're gonna turn into a $2,000 credit card, a real credit card that you can use that's gonna report to the credit bureaus. Okay. But y'all can do that. Y'all can do the self installment account also. And if y'all have to get secure with a 500 credit score, trust me, don't feel no type of way. Go ahead and do it. And then if y'all gonna get secure, get the ones that graduate. Like I said, Navy Federal go from 200 to $2,000. Y'all can also do Capital One graduate. You can look into the Capital One Platinum, look into the Discover, check y'all credit unions too. Y'all might can be able to find some great stuff with y'all credit unions. Okay. If I only have $100 a month to work on my credit, what should I put it on? That's a good one. $100. Okay, first of all, everything bad gotta go. That's cheap to me, right? That's inexpensive. Like right now, my Ranger credit score book is $15. Y'all know when y'all get this, y'all get the free course. So like dispute letters, y'all have letters galore included with the free course, right? So I will make sure I get the book first, $15, and then I will be sending out letters to the credit bureaus to get that stuff deleted. With the certified, what is y'all like 650 for like certified, especially if you do it yourself? It's like 650 per certified letter. Send you some certified letters, work to get everything negative deleted. Okay. Also, make sure that you get you some credit cards. And if you already got your credit cards, you already got your installment accounts, use $100 to just pay down your credit cards. As simple as that. And if you want to see really your credit score go up, you want to visually like see it. You want to really like for real see it fast, especially when you put that money down on there because some people need that dopamine hit. I know sometimes like when I'm doing certain things, I need to be able to see what I'm doing quickly. Put that on whichever one is going to report the soonest. Okay. Because all of our credit cards have high interest. So it's nothing special. Hi Tony, good day to you. But it's nothing special. All of our credit cards have high interest, so I will put it on whichever one will report the soonest. It's the 15th right now when I recorded. Some young and watch this on a replay or whatever. But the 15th, the credit card that's reporting like in the next week or so, that's the one I'll be paying on because I know at least 3 to 5 days after that they're gonna report to the credit bureaus. I'm gonna see my $100 go to work, and your credit score may only go up 5 points, 10 points, depending on what the balance is, but that's still good. You'll be able to see your money go to work. But that's what I would do. I would use that money to work on getting stuff deleted. I already had a book, so I have all the letters that I need, and I'll just go from there. And I'll be trying to work on having more than that $100 too. Any extra time y'all have, think about your sanity though, because sometimes I don't think about my sanity. I don't think about my sanity, but think about your sanity, but try to bring in more income so that you can go from the extra $100 to, hey, I got $200 extra now, or I have $300 extra. Okay. What's the biggest mistake people with the 500 credit score made because they're desperate for a quick fix? Paying collections. I'm weird. Like paying collections. You automatically in my book messing up if you paying collections. Like, no, I'm putting money on dispute letters, working on getting that thing deleted. I'm not gonna pay a collection. I'm not gonna do it at all. If you gave yourself 30 days to start rebuilding a 500 credit score, what would your plan look like? Seriously, y'all, I came up with this book right here to raise your credit score because I structure my life like this. 30 days, I structure my life like this where I'm like, all right, so I want to do this one thing, whatever it is, right? Like when I wanted to learn more about lawsuits, I was like, okay, listen, I need to figure this out. So every single day I did something new in that same subject. This is credit. So I will literally just do everything in here. It already talk about getting you 4 credit cards, 2 installment accounts. It talk about deleting stuff from your credit reports. It talk about becoming an authorized user. It talk about refinancing your car. It talk about increasing your income. Decreasing, lowering your expenses. I will literally be doing this raise your credit score 100 points in 30 days book for real. And that's why I come on here and when I like want to teach y'all, like starting in September, actually every month for the rest of this month, I'm going to be doing this book again with y'all. And I'm still gonna be answering other questions and stuff like that. But like we're gonna go over that one topic because some of y'all need to just have a plan to follow along. Like sometimes I'll be seeing like certain things on like TikTok And then in the comments, I seen like this one video, the girl was like, "Oh, this girl doing this, and that. She changed her life." And it was like, I wish I had somebody that like really want to hit goals and stuff like that. That's why I go over the book with y'all, because like literally, I just set the 30-day goals and I just do every single thing I need to do in the 30 days, and I reward myself. I used to reward myself with cake, but as y'all can see, my face is getting back thinner because I've been losing some weight. Because I used to reward myself with like cake, but like I just reward myself. Like I bribe myself, but I just set out my plan, and every single day I do what my plan said I need to do. And I set my plan when I'm so motivated, not when I'm like, okay, let me just get this done. When I'm very motivated and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna do this thing, I write my plan out, and then even if I'm sad, if I have to do this thing, I do it. Okay, I just do it. Like I literally just do it. Okay, and I to work to obtain it. Wait, I like to have. Is it? Did you mean to add another zero, or do you mean to move that comma? Do you mean to move that comma? Okay. But my credit, so if y'all look at I just think about it, when I look at my credit, I think about it because I see y'all comment on some like some of my old videos. It could be like 7 years old. I look at the evolution of my credit, and I remember at one stage it was like 1 year it was like just racking up credit cards. And I was racking up credit cards, y'all. I got to like 24 credit cards. We was just all just applying for this, applying for that. Oh, y'all want a higher limit? They give a higher limit over here. They give it out 10,000 over there, 20,000 over there. Even if you ain't got the best credit, you can get it. But I'm not on that anymore. I'm not really on that. But tell me what you're talking about, 50 or 5,000? 5,000. But maybe I should make something like that for y'all, like for the people that want to get higher limits. Okay. Maybe I should do something like that. But let me know what you like, which one you talk about, whether it's gonna be 50 or if it was gonna be like five. Oh, 50,000. No, I don't get into that, because if anything, I'll be going towards like the business credit side. And I tell people I gave myself an ultimatum basically. I say, listen, you finna stop this whole credit stuff. You gotta figure out if you're gonna learn business credit fully and teach that, or if you're gonna learn how to sue and teach that. I went on the suing side, and I'm happy to be on this side. I love, love, love the suicide, because y'all people out here getting checks based off of everything that I learned. So I say you need to go more on like the if you're talking about that much, you need to be on a business credit side. And if I ever think anything business credit, I'm always thinking about the credit plug. All right, because I was like, that's mainly his lane. He talk about some personal, but like that's mainly to me his lane. Because only reason I say that is because when I started mixing like my personal and my business credit, and then when I was having like high limit credit cards like that, and I would use them, that messed up my utilization in a sense. And I was like, if I'm gonna have that type of stuff, I want to put that on my business side. I don't want that on my personal side of my credit. $50,000, and then what if you mess around and use it? Your utilization gonna be shot. So I always tell people, for something like that, I'll be putting that on my business side. I want to be personally putting that on my personal side. All right. But yeah, that's everything, everybody. So we are almost at our hour anyway. But that was all of the questions that I seen. Let me see if I missed anything. Even if they're not in here, it can still help somebody else. Let me see. I think I did a good job at keeping up with all of the comments. Oh, somebody said my makeup is on fire, but Mr. Man. Oh, thank you, Mr. Man. Okay, I didn't miss anything. Let me just make sure though. I'll probably be live again around the same time. Yeah, I didn't miss anything. Perfect. Yeah, I'll be live again around the same time. So if y'all have any questions, I will be live um again around like 6 o'clock. So I will see y'all then, maybe a little bit sooner because I was outside and I'm in Florida, so it was so hot. Maybe a little bit sooner, and then I'll be outside more during this time. We'll see. But tomorrow we're gonna talk about just paying off credit cards. Okay, that's what we're going to mainly talk about tomorrow, just paying off these credit cards. All right, but I will see y'all later. Let me go ahead and close y'all down. I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye bye, everybody. Let me close all of y'all out. Okay, so when I got TikTok on, y'all can't talk about anything. TikTok don't want me to talk about anything but TikTok. So I gotta like shut them down first, and then I can keep everything else up, whoever else here, like Instagram, things like that. Or yeah, my Instagram, my Facebook, my YouTube, and I can keep all that stuff up. But yeah, the cheapest places y'all can actually get my books is here. TikTok, they got their own little thing that they got going on. People getting their books there. And if y'all ever have any questions, leave me comments. Starting in September, I'm gonna really go through these comments. I've been trying to go through comments for only people that is subscribed to me. I try to do priority for people that is subscribed because there's so many of them. But yeah, leave me a comment. I'll make sure I respond to them. And if y'all ever have any questions, y'all want to talk to my team, let me just put my phone number here just in case, so y'all can be able to have it. Okay, perfect. Let me add it here. Okay, perfect. Here's my phone number just in case y'all have any questions. But I will see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a great night. And if y'all are working on y'all credit, the best thing y'all could do for yourself is take action, period. Like, do something. I don't know. Because one thing I learned for when I was trying to learn new things that I just don't know about, I learned that if I take action, I'm gonna find out if I'm going on the right path or the wrong path. Okay. And that's better than not doing any path at all. Because, you could be drifting backwards. I'd rather go forward into something, like, oh, going the wrong way. You can easily turn and pivot. Okay. But start taking some type of action. Okay. Some of y'all, I see y'all like, oh, I watched you for a whole year. I'm ready to start. Start today. Like, start today. Start immediately. It don't have to take a year. Okay. I will see y'all later on. Bye bye, everybody.